Can I do that?
Absolutely, please do.
Okay. I don't want to go through this whole thing. But
Why
anyway,
not?
you have not received this is your, I'm going to read what you wrote.
Why don't you read the whole thing? Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, huh? We heard that.
The following are excerpts of our
Yes.
letter for
I
the
was here the night
last 2
of the
weeks.
town caucus, and Charlie Bloomstein did a very nice nomination for Burt Lightfield. Why are you in such an uproar right now?
He has a wonderful legacy that is being destroyed by malfeasance, and that will all be made public soon.
So in other words, you actually are making a fool out of yourself.
Okay.
and
Okay, we're not,
you said you
we're not
are.
gonna have banter between the audience.
This is an email from you to myself and some others, the town board. Weekly update on recent antics. I'll make sure I got it right. Well, the following are excerpts of my letter for the last 2 weeks, in which I have received no reply. Can I please appoint someone to, please appoint someone to acknowledge receipt of any email communication received by you and the town board? I understand, and I'm not a computer expert, that all you have to do is get from your own computer an acknowledgement that it's been received, and you will get it. So I'm not going to put people to work that answer all these emails that come, either from you or anyone else.
Fair enough.
Plus, the old days, you get on the phone and you asked. And if something's being told in my office, it's not coming from me, because if I'm going to tell you something, I'll tell it to you right to your face, and you know that.
Well, you have others.
So I don't know what you heard, I don't want to know. All right. I have not received any communications from Justice Cott. Our attorneys, with an S, have said that I have a letter of recusal in such a matter as routine. Please advise us as to whether it will be forthcoming. We now assume that the order will be needed, an order would be needed to accomplish this. So I spoke to Tim Cox, and he said that there's no legal reason why he has to.
That's correct, but I can seek an order ordering him to issue me a recusal, because he told me I better not show up in his courtroom. Because when the comprehensive plan unfolded, how's that? You think I want to go in front of him now for anything, even a traffic ticket?
He has nothing to do with the master plan or
He
anything
works
else.
for the CWC, and he was here asking you to pass resolutions in the absence of any copies or anything for the CWC. What do you mean? The CWC is the one that's funding the byway and the comprehensive plan, which is the same crew according to the byway plan. So there is a very clear conflict of interest, and a letter of recusal is a simple matter. It's very common.
Well, it may be a simple matter, but the fact is that he does not vote on anything up there at CWC. The board does.
He told me not to show up in his courtroom.
I don't know what he told you. That's what you're telling. How much truth that is, I have
Why
no
don't we
idea.
both sit down for a diagnostic with the DA?
Well, why don't you call him up? You told me you were going to do that. I haven't heard a word.
Bert,
Peter,
if I could have the privilege of the floor for a minute, since my name's being mentioned. Those who don't know, my name's Tim Cox. I live right in Shokan. I can assure the town board and everyone here, I did not make any threats to Mr. Bloomstein regarding my court or my conduct therein. I wouldn't even say such a thing in jest. I can tell the town board point blank that never happened.
We should sit down and do a diagnostic.
Thank you, Bert.
I think at this point, maybe you ought to talk to some of your attorneys.
We are.
Good. Because that's the only way this is going to be in. Because your attitude is not to be friendly with anybody anymore. I have no idea what was said in my office, and I'm almost asking you what was said so I can go find out. If you don't want to tell me, the hell with it.
There has been a steady flow of pillars of community complaining about me being libeled in the town clerk's office, And I'm not the only one. With the last election here, others were similarly libeled. Now, I've been libeled for years because I'm into transparency, which not everybody is here. So we're in a little choppy water here. I too believe that things are going to calm down. We're going to get back on course, but a few things do need to be resolved first, and that's where we're going. And it could be very cordial, and I believe it will be very cordial from here on.
Could you give us an example of the libel?
Yes, my publisher comes to me and says that an elected official is claiming that I'm mentally ill and not on my meds. The same thing we heard about some other people in town, coincidentally during the election. That's not all, but there's more, and if it continues to occur, more papers will be arriving. That's another separate matter. The byway and the comprehensive plan is the main event right here. That will unfold, and it will go from there.
Okay, but as long as you're bringing up the election all the time, it wasn't very pleasant election for me, and I've had quite a few of them. So this here nonsense that was going on was directed at me as well as anybody else.
We had a conversation a couple of years ago, and I suggested to you that times were getting tough for all politicians. You knew this was coming.
I didn't run away from it, did I?
Yeah, no, not at all. And I admire you for that.
And if you guys were... And you said, can you reserve the school auditorium for this meeting?
March.
It does not say March.
I made a mistake. I apologize.
Is it the same thing with the petition that was supposed to be put here tonight?
It gives you more time to respond.
You told me you wanted to be on tonight.
How come how come it's not on the agenda on the website then?
It is.
I just looked an hour ago. The only
Yeah,
thing
you
that was
didn't
on.
look an hour ago because it went on this morning. I made sure.
Wait a second.
No, you
The
wait a
byway's
second.
not even on the agenda.
Pardon me?
The byway's not on the agenda this evening either, on the website.
I'm just getting, Mr. Sokowitz wants to give us a letter. I'm assuming it's a byway. I don't know if it's a byway. It could be that he wants a birthday party. What do I know what he wants?
We were told the byway's gonna present tonight.
No, I didn't tell you
We
that.
were gonna present tonight.
I don't know who's telling you this crap. Probably the same person that's telling you all the other stuff.
No.
Then there's two other people. I don't know.
Perhaps we can get
And
by.
it says here, how many gracious neighbors will it require at the next meeting? I'm assuming it's this meeting.
No, next meeting.
What are you talking about? You gave me this on February the 10th. This is the next meeting.
I apologize for not having it this meeting. Otherwise, a lot
Well then, no, you don't have to apologize. Just put what you want in these damn letters instead of just sending stuff out. But anyway, I'm going to read it anyway. To effect a proposed staff change on the planning board, should we consider having a pizza oven to make the proceedings jolly? Now you're asking us to fire someone. You have not yet told us why, when, or how, or what he did. What did he do? Just can't throw somebody off.
Because it's not conducive to sound bites, we are going to line up all of the documents in a row on the website, and it'll be there for all to see, and I do believe that
I
will
hope so,
answer
and I
your
hope you put the
question.
right dates down.
I'll try. That I am
Oh, I
challenged
hope so.
in that fashion, I admit that.
Okay. Can we examine the 209 planning board minutes and also 205 and 07? They are in the office. Some of this stuff was being microfilmed. It cost us $75 to get it back, extra. Haven't seen you since.
I'll be up there tomorrow morning. The office is open in the
Wonderful.
morning.
Sitting there
Tomorrow
waiting
morning
for
is
you.
not
Bring your
good for me,
checkbook
Charlie.
because it's $25 a sheet.
Charlie, tomorrow morning,
$25 a sheet?
25 cents. Well, at least you're listening to me anyway, aren't
someone needs to listen to me 1 second. Charlie, you need to make an appointment for that, and tomorrow is not good. Tomorrow
That'll be
morning.
fine. Thank you.
Tomorrow afternoon would be good, but not tomorrow morning.
I'll call you. Thank you.
you? So are you willing to tell us what's wrong with the person you would like to have